One of the things that I just can't get over and I absolutely love, and this is the reason why I keep looking forward to when I'm fasting, is the focus it gives to your mind. You really can live a life that feels far more vital, more like when you were. So how do you go about it? Well, for me, Quinn here from Cubicle Free. Today I'm going to talk about intermittent fasting, which has been a complete game changer for me. But I'm not just going to talk about the positives. I'm going to talk about why I got into it and also some of the challenges that I faced. And one unexpected awesome thing that happened that pretty much has changed my entire work life. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. Just want to mention that I am not a medical professional. I'm just some dude on the internet. So if you have any eating disorders or any other reason to think that intermittent fasting may be an issue, please get some medical advice. So the reason why I wanted to try intermittent fasting is because I'm now on the wrong side of 50, but I'm also on the right side of 100, and I want to live to 100, and I want to be vital in my years on this earth. I've come to realize as I've gotten rid of the substances, the alcohol and the caffeine, that you really can live a life that feels far more vital, more like when you were a kid. That's really where I'm wanting to get back to, is just feeling that energy when I wake up and jump out of bed and be excited about the day. And for me, I thought maybe intermittent fasting might be a really helpful part of that. The reason is, according to the research, when you intermittent fast, you are doing things to your body that enables you to slow down aging, and you also have the ability to lose weight. And I was a little bit overweight. I was 180 pounds and I got that down to 160 pounds, which if you're in the metric system, that's 81 kilos to about 71 kilos. And for me, that was incredible, because even though I started intermittent fasting about 3 years ago, I only took about 3 months to get rid of the weight, and it's just pretty much stayed off. It's gone up a couple of kilos and down a couple of kilos or a few pounds, whatever you want to say. But essentially, I've stayed at that low weight where I feel really happy. I don't, I'm not ripped, but I just feel healthy and not overweight at all. And according to the app that I also use, and I'll leave a link to the app that I use, I'm in the normal range. So how do you go about it? Well, for me, I just wanted to make it easy. There's lots of different methods for fasting, but it seems like the 16-8 method is the easiest to get into, and that's the one that I chose. And I just decided to do it for like 1 day a week. I would just basically eat as early as I could the day before, and that is a helpful tip because it means that you can essentially eat pretty early the next day. So for example, if you eat at 6 p.m, then you can eat again at 10 a.m. And so it's relatively easy just to miss that breakfast meal. And I'll give you a few ways that you can also feel relatively full. A couple of the ways that you can easily get to that time when you can eat again is to drink lots of water. A lot of the time, our bodies will tell us that we are hungry even when we are just dehydrated, when we're thirsty. So just drink lots of water. I also drink lots of decaf and lots of teas. Because I work from home and it's just so easy for me to get up from my desk and have a break and walk to the pantry or the fridge and grab something to eat, just means that I don't have to eat anything. I was talking about the app that I used before. Using the app is really helpful as well, because when you do eat again, you find that you are really hungry, and the app enables you to, rather than put back on all the calories that you didn't eat during the day, you just have the amount of calories that makes you feel full but aren't too much. Another thing that I found really helpful is to exercise. So just as I was getting closer to the time of where I could eat again, especially in the early days, I found it really important to do some exercise. And the reason is because it took me away from the fridge, took me away from any food, but the act of exercise just takes your mind off, and I think also physically you just aren't hungry as much when you are exercising. So what are some of the benefits? Well, I talked about how I lost weight. That was a huge one, but also on the aging side of things, clearly I don't know if my fasting has helped me to live longer because I'm still here, but Dr. David Sinclair has done some really good research on this, and he has a great book called Lifespan, which you should check out. I'll just put it here for you to have a look at, and there'll be a link below for you to purchase the book. It's an awesome book. It will really help you to understand why you're fasting, but essentially what he says is that fasting and even exercise, just things that put stress on your body, is a far more natural way for us humans to live. It's only really been in the last few hundred years where we've got all this food and abundance and we don't exercise as much, and as a result our bodies are under stress all the time. But when you are fasting and when you're doing exercise and you have a calorie deficit in your diet, then your body is essentially able to repair cells and you live longer. And there's been some studies on this with animals and also early stage with humans. So I do believe that it does help with aging and being basically able to live a more vital life while you are here. So that's really one of the main reasons why I love intermittent fasting. But one of the things that I just can't get over, and I absolutely love, and this is the reason why I keep looking forward to when I'm fasting, is the focus it gives to your mind. So when you're fasting, your brain is on high alert. Your mind goes into overdrive in order for you to find food. So for hundreds of thousands of years, we have stressed our bodies because we don't actually have to find food. We are able to put those efforts into our work. So what I like to do is in the morning, I get up pretty early, and from about 6 till about 12, I can do my entire day's work. And then I go and exercise and do whatever else. But fasting enables me to be hyper focused on my work for that 6 hours. The other benefit is that I don't have to actually have breakfast, which, you know, that takes 15 minutes or whatever it is. It is like a drug. I friggin' love it. So I've spent the last 5 years getting rid of all of the substances, the caffeine, the alcohol. They're all gone now. And I've replaced that with fasting, which is a far more powerful pick-me-up. It's a way that you can really focus in a healthy way, and one that is just going to make your life just a lot better. So guys, I hope this has been helpful for you. I really encourage you to check out fasting if you think it's right for you. I really look forward to your comments. I want to know what your journey has been with fasting. I want to know what you're thinking about fasting, what you enjoyed about this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again soon. Cheers. Today I'm going to talk about intermittent